God's advice today: stop immediately and pay attention, because God is speaking directly to you through this video. Every moment you spend ignoring the signs is an opportunity lost. This is not just another video, it is a divine call to transform your life in a tangible way. Like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because you won't want to miss a single word. Don't wait any longer. Click on the first comment, listen to the 1-minute prayer, and discover how this product was created to support your spiritual and practical growth. Every moment of hesitation is a chance slipping away, and God wants you to take the lead now. Like, share, and let this message reach others who need hope and guidance. This is the moment for action and faith. Align your heart, mind, and decisions with what God is preparing for you. Change happens when you decide to act, and today can be the first step toward a full, blessed life filled with opportunities. God said, "My beloved child, stop now, take a deep breath, and open your heart. Do not allow your eyes to be distracted or your mind to wander into other thoughts, because this moment is holy, chosen, and prepared for you. Long before you existed, I had already reserved this time to tell you that you are not forgotten, that every tear shed in silence was gathered by me and transformed into seeds of hope." Do you feel in your heart the desire for a deep spiritual transformation, not only in your life but also in the lives of those you love? Believe it, when we connect with God with faith and surrender, we open the way for blessings and abundance to manifest in surprising ways. A simple prayer of just 1 minute can become the starting point to renew your mind, strengthen your faith, and prepare your life to receive more peace, prosperity, and hope each day. If you want to learn how to apply this practice in your daily routine and discover paths to live more fully and abundantly, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take on this spiritual journey also supports our channel and the entire team dedicated to bringing messages that uplift your life. Don't wait any longer to take this first step of faith. Click now and allow yourself to begin a journey of spiritual renewal and inner growth. Even if the world tries to convince you otherwise, even if circumstances rise like unbreakable walls, my hand has not grown too short to save nor my ear too dull to hear. You are now at a turning point, where the past can no longer dictate your future and where my Spirit breathes new life over what seemed dead. Sow for yourselves righteousness, reap steadfast love, break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord, until he comes and rains righteousness upon you. Hosea chapter 10 verse 12. I am preparing a rain of righteousness over your barren field, a harvest not made by human hands, but by the faithfulness of the one who promised. Therefore, lift up your face, breathe deeply, because this breath you now feel is my Spirit renewing your strength, warming your heart, reigniting the flame of the dreams you thought were extinguished. My beloved child, this is no coincidence, this is heaven reaching you right now. I want you to feel the weight of my voice piercing the silence and reaching every space in your heart. I know the way you have been walking, the firm steps before others and the trembling steps when no one is watching. I know the smile you show in public and the pain you keep in secret. I saw the moments when you thought you were alone, when tears fell on your pillow and it seemed that no one saw, but I was there. I was present in every detail, in every breath, in every moment of your life, even when you doubted me. Long before you were born, I had already drawn a line of love that would surround you and sustain you in all times. You are not just another soul among the crowd, you are a masterpiece I myself formed, with eternal intentions, with purposes beyond human understanding. Nothing in you is by chance, every detail was carved by my hands. Now, at this very moment, I interrupt the ordinary course of your routine to speak with you in a clear and intimate way, because there is something urgent that heaven has decided to manifest over your life. Comment: I recognize that God has always been with me, even in my silences. My child, perhaps your mind is asking, why now? Why do I feel such urgency in this moment? I answer you, because your destiny has reached the turning point. The time of preparation is ending, and a new season begins. What seemed like meaningless waiting was, in fact, training so you could have maturity to carry the weight of the blessing that is coming. Many thought you were forgotten, but I was keeping you as one keeps a treasure. Listen to me, you descendants of Jacob, all the remnant of the people of Israel, you whom I have upheld since your birth, and have carried since you were born. Even to your old age and gray hairs I am He who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you, I will sustain you and I will rescue you. Isaiah chapter 46 verses 3 and 4. This word was written centuries ago, but today it comes alive in you, for it is the fulfillment of what I promised. Do not fear, do not be alarmed by the intensity of this calling, because I am moving the pieces you could not move, I am opening doors no human hand could ever open, I am breaking invisible chains that tried to stop you from moving forward. Comment: I trust in the love of God, He is my refuge. You have walked through long valleys of doubt, endured seasons of silence that seemed endless, and felt the weight of promises that seemed too distant to be real. You asked yourself many times why others moved ahead while you remained still, but I tell you, you were never stagnant, I was shaping you. When it seemed like nothing was happening, I was writing chapters of your story you could not yet see. I aligned people, circumstances, and opportunities so that everything would be ready at the right time. I will give you the treasures of darkness, riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summons you by name. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 3. This promise was not only for ancient kings, but also for you, because I myself have reserved hidden riches in places you cannot imagine. The time of revelation has come, what was hidden will be exposed, and what seemed impossible will bloom before your eyes. My child, listen carefully, I do not speak empty words. When I speak, I decree. When I declare, I plant seeds of life that sprout at the appointed time. Today, I decree a new season over you. I decided to intervene in your story. I decided to break chains that repeated from generation to generation, patterns that bound you and tried to limit your future. I decided to silence voices that accused, voices that tried to steal your identity and convince you that you were unworthy. I decided to lift the weight off your shoulders and replace it with peace that cannot be explained with human logic. I decided to open paths where there were no trails, to put light in places where there was darkness, to restore what seemed lost forever. When I act, nothing can stop me. That is why I say, do not listen only with your ears, but with your heart. Allow these words to become roots within you. This is a call to transformation, not just temporary comfort. Comment: I accept that the words of God are decrees over my life. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. You asked for change, you asked for signs, you cried out for clarity, and now heaven responds. I do not answer in a small way, but with eternal decrees. I am lifting you from where you were hidden, changing your position and setting your feet on new paths. I am breaking invisible chains that kept you bound, dismantling traps you did not perceive, and opening horizons that seemed unreachable. You have not been forgotten. I was preparing you, because the blessing that will come upon you will not be ordinary but will carry the weight of my glory. What seemed like an end was only a new beginning written by my hands. Every delay will turn into a powerful testimony, every loss will reveal itself as a step upward, every pain will be transformed into wisdom. Nothing was in vain, nothing was lost, everything has been turned into raw material for the work that now manifests. Comment, I wait for God's timing, because I know He is faithful. My child, I see beyond what you can see. While you see scattered fragments of your life, I behold the complete design. I know where you came from, I know where you are, and I know where you are going. I know the fears that paralyze you, the nights when your mind does not rest, the secret thoughts you never dared to share. And yet, I chose to love you with unconditional love. It is not by merit, it is not by human effort, but by grace. What I am about to reveal is neither punishment nor reward, it is the faithful fulfillment of what I myself have written for your life. The season has changed. The time has shifted. You will no longer be the same after this encounter. Heaven marked this date and no power can stop what has already begun. Do not doubt these words, do not question whether they are for you. I myself orchestrated every detail so that they would reach your ears and touch your heart. Listen again, this is your hour. This is your moment. This is your encounter with me. Nothing is by chance, nothing is luck. What is before you is an open door that I myself have opened, and what I open no one can shut. Rise up, my child. Move forward in faith, without looking back. Carry no more the old burdens. Hold on no longer to the guilt of the past. I have already taken it. What I have prepared for you is greater than what was left behind. Walk on the ground that I myself have prepared, because the time to live my promises has come. I know that within your heart there are doubts and unrest, moments when you feel too small for what lies ahead. You look at circumstances and think you are not ready, that you are unworthy, that your strength is insufficient. But I say to you, you are prepared. Not because your strength is great, but because mine is infinite. Not because your path is perfect, but because my plan is flawless. I chose you, not for your abilities, but for my unfailing love. You do not need to see the entire picture to trust, it is enough to hear my voice and take the next step. I have gone ahead of you, already marking the road, arranging the encounters, ordering the deliverances and the opportunities. Every prayer you uttered, every tear you shed, every silent sigh that rose from your heart has been recorded in mine and has become seeds now beginning to sprout. What you thought was forgotten, I was only holding for the perfect time, and that time is now arriving. Listen closely, my child, the decisions have already been made in heaven concerning you. What I am moving in your life now is not by chance but by the fulfillment of promises that have long been written. What seemed barren will bloom, the fields you once looked at and saw empty will become abundant harvests. Where you have fallen, I will lift you. Where there was darkness, I will bring light. Where there was silence, I will place new songs upon your lips. Every prayer you thought lost is transforming into visible answer. Every pain you endured is becoming testimony. And so I say to you, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. This is the time of my action, this is the time of your divine appointment. What I have spoken will come to pass, and no one can prevent it, for my word does not return void. I have already moved heaven in your favor, and now you will see the reflection of what has been decreed manifest on earth. I know the weight you carry. I know the fear that creeps in when you are alone. I know the questions that haunt your mind and the regrets that try to suffocate your hope. But today I tell you, these burdens are falling. These fears are silenced. These regrets are washed away by my grace. You are not defined by your mistakes, but by my love. You are not measured by your failures, but by my faithfulness. Do not fear the new, do not fear the unexpected. What seemed like an ending is only the starting point for a greater story. I am declaring a new beginning over your life. It is not the end of the path, it is the start of a journey deeper, more fruitful, more glorious. While you wept in silence, I was strengthening you. While you thought you were alone, I was beside you, holding your hands. Even when you could not perceive me, I was guarding you from greater falls, delivering you from unseen traps, and preparing a path for you to walk. This is not the place where you settle. This is the place where you rise. This is the moment when my hand lifts you, guides you, and leads you into the fulfillment of the destiny I designed for you. Heaven has already shifted. Decrees have already been released. Angels are already moving on your behalf. I, your Father, am speaking directly to your heart. Do not get distracted. Do not delay. Receive these words as divine revelation for your life. This is the moment where everything changes. I have seen every hidden tear, every lonely night, every wordless prayer. None of them were lost. Every one reached my throne. Every one was treasured. I have transformed them into instruments to open doors, keys to unlock pathways, seeds for a season of joy. Now you will see the fruit of what once seemed invisible. You may have thought yourself unseen, but I have always seen you. You may have believed no one understood the weight you carried, but I felt every ounce of it with you. When you were rejected, I was at your side. When you were betrayed, I protected your spirit even as your emotions collapsed. When you felt abandoned, I was closer than your very breath, whispering comfort into your soul. Even when you could not recognize me, I walked with you in every shadow, sat beside you in endless loneliness, and stood guard in the darkest nights when fear tried to suffocate your hope. You may not have seen me, but I was the reason you survived. You may not have felt me, but I was the strength that helped you rise again after falling. Every silent burden you carried was before me. Every doubt about your worth was heard by me. Every night you stared at the ceiling wondering if your life had purpose, I was holding you, keeping you from falling deeper into despair. Do not believe the lie that I was absent. In your most painful moments, I was nearer than ever. I was shaping your heart to endure storms. I was strengthening your faith in ways you could not see. Every tear you shed became a seed in my hands, and now I bring forth a harvest of joy. Every sigh of exhaustion was heard by me, and I responded with unseen protection. When you wondered if anyone cared, I cared. When you questioned if anyone noticed, I noticed. When you doubted if your prayers mattered, they mattered to me. I have woven them into my divine plan for your life. I walked with you even in shadows where you felt abandoned. In those nights when you asked, Lord, where are you? I sat beside you, not because I had nothing to say, but because I was holding you in ways words could not express. I was the unexpected comfort, the sudden strength, the quiet encouragement that lifted you to rise again. Now I say to you, the time of weeping is over. The time of harvesting has come. You will see my faithfulness transform every pain into testimony, every waiting period into victory, every tear into joy. I know the secrets you carry, the invisible marks that no one sees, the regrets you try to bury, and the guilt you insist on holding even though I have already forgiven you. I know the whispers the enemy tried to sow in your ear, the lies planted to make you believe you are not enough, not worthy, not loved. But today my truth silences those voices. I call you chosen, I call you loved, I call you mine. The pain you have walked through will not define you, it will refine you. The tears you have shed will not drown you, they will water the soil of your future. And the nights you thought were empty were the nights I held you closer than ever. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. My child, lift your eyes and see the new season I am opening before you. Do not let shame hold you back, for my grace has gone ahead of you. Walk in freedom, walk in peace, and walk knowing you are forever held in my unfailing love. I have been with you in every season of confusion, when you did not know where to go and thought your own thoughts were only empty echoes. Those whispers that guided you were not by chance, they were my voice leading you, even when you believed you were walking alone. I was the hand that closed doors that would have led you to pain, even when they looked like opportunities. I was the one who redirected your steps away from traps you could not see. I protected you long before you knew you needed protection. And when everyone left, I stayed. When they doubted you, I believed in you. When they spoke against you, I defended you in the courts of heaven. I have never been absent from your story. Every chapter, even the most painful, bears my fingerprints. When you cried and no one came to comfort you, I was there. When there was no strength left to go on, I carried you. When you thought no one could see your pain, I saw it more clearly than anyone. I have never turned my eyes away from you and I never will. You are the apple of my eye, the treasure of my heart, the child I love without condition. You may feel ordinary, but to me you are extraordinary. You may feel forgotten, but to me you are unforgettable. You may feel lost, but to me you have always been found. Comment, I know God guides me even when I don't understand the paths. Nothing you went through was wasted, my beloved. Every hidden tear was recorded, every silent prayer was heard, every unspoken pain was felt by me. Now I move to redeem it all. I transform your sorrow into strength, your pain into purpose, your waiting into testimony of my faithfulness. I did not ignore you. I did not forget you. I have been with you all along and I am with you now. I speak directly to your heart so you will deeply understand. I am not far, I am not distant, I am here, closer than your very breath. I will never leave you, never abandon you. You are mine and I delight in you. I rejoice with you, I weep with you, I walk with you, I fight for you, and I will never stop loving you. This is not just a beautiful phrase, it is the eternal reality of my heart toward you. Comment, I know God turns my pain into purpose. My child, listen to me now with the full attention of your heart. For I, the Lord your God, have made a very serious decision concerning you. It is not a small thing. It is not something that will pass like a shadow. What I have decided about you will change the course of your life forever. A great turning point has come, and the weight of heaven rests upon this moment. I speak clearly so that you will not doubt, so that you will not confuse this with imagination. This is not positive thinking. This is not empty comfort. This is my decree, sealed in the courts of heaven and now released over your life. I saw you walk through seasons of pain and disappointment. I saw you bound by burdens, trapped by fears, imprisoned in cycles that seemed to never end. I heard the lies of the enemy telling you that you would never rise, that your story would never change, that your destiny had been lost. But today I declare that those lies are broken. The chains have been shattered. The prison doors are opening. The chapter of suffering is closing and a new chapter of destiny is beginning. This is the decision I have made. This is the turning point I have declared over your life. Comment: I receive God's decision for my life with faith and hope. You have been asking why certain doors closed, why some paths were blocked, why people you depended on simply left. You thought it was rejection. You thought it was failure. But I say to you, it was protection. I was redirecting you. I was removing what could not go with you into the future I have prepared. I was clearing every weight that tried to hold you down, every tie that could bind you to the past. Now I lead you to a new path, to a new landscape, to a new season where my glory will be revealed in your life. You are not adrift, you are under direction. You are not forgotten, you are being guided. You are not lost, you are being repositioned. I am the one who knows the end from the beginning, and I am already ahead of you preparing every detail. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.